for the implementation? How much does a consultant charge? Consultant charge. A good consultant. I'm not talking about average consultant. A good consultant, good companies, how much they charge? For the implementation of QMS, I'm telling you, from minimum 2 lakhs, it can goes up to 5 lakhs. But of course, like 2 to 5 lakhs. It depends on the, like if it's done at the corporate level, if there are multiple organizations, definitely there will be more charges, right? I'm not talking about very small companies. I'm not talking about those companies who, tier 3, tier 2 company. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about tier 1. I'm talking about MNCs. I'm talking about multinational companies. These are companies which have helped. Yes, not per day, 4 to 5 lakhs, but for the project, like minimum like 2 to 4 lakhs. Like now you tell me this one thing. If you can replace consultant, in your organization, don't you get more respect? Of course, you need to have that confidence, right? I'm not talking that you don't have competency and then say, I will do that. And I've done that. Like in my past organization, I told that I'll not hire any consultant. I'll do on my own. And I did that. And because of that, my respect has got to next level. One more thing. If you have a lead auditor competence, if you have implementation knowledge, then what will happen? You will be able to get good score in the customer audits. How many of you have helped your organization or think that if you can help your organization in the qualification of OEM or these MNC audits, you get more business and then you get more respect? And I've seen, during Corona time, what happened, that one guy, I know that he was like he has very good knowledge of systems, and he was the only person like out of the 3 people in his batch, and other people like company decided, QC people, quality control people, quality control engineer, company decided to let go of quality QC engineer because they thought that quality inspector is available. He will manage the show along with the production people. But we need that system guy because no other people will be able to replace. How many of you will agree that if somebody who's in QC, quality control, inspection, manufacturing quality, just only inspection side, they have weak career prospect. And the people who are in the QA side, assurance side, auditing side, I can say the customer complaint handling side, supplier improvement, supplier development, system implementation, they have higher prospect. How many of you believe that QC is dying, quality control is dying? And this is a fact you must have observed. QC is dying. When I say QC is dying, what do you mean by that? That I'll give you an example. Like in one company, and I'll tell the name of that company also. Like they were like Asai India Glass. Must have heard of this company. Like what was happening? There was one line, and there was like continuous float of the glass, and there they have this inspection area. So what happened in this inspection area? There were like around 4 inspectors, and there was like 2 engineers, like, and there were like multiple lines. There were multiple lines which were there, and these engineers were like QC engineers, quality control engineers. And what happened that this line, they were doing like manual inspection. There was like manual inspection. Table was there, manual inspection. The glass was floating, and they were doing this manual inspection. And about if glass is cracked or there's a defect. And these people, like, there were many manual intervention was there. But what this company did, automation. What they did with automation? They brought the robotics. They brought the, this with the help of automation. Now there are like robots. There are like cameras which can detect the defects, which can identify the breakage, which can identify the foreign material, which can identify the crack. And automatically that part will be cut. Automatically the then the OK part will be packed in the required quantity. And these 4 inspectors and these 2 engineers, because the automation was done at multiple locations, these people like lost their jobs. They were no other position and they have lost their jobs. And this is a fact, that automation is taking jobs, but I'm not against automation. I'm not telling I'm not against automation. Of course, this QC job is being taken away by automation. They are robots. There are, the technology is coming up. So these jobs will be taken. But can you tell me one thing? It's very, very difficult to take away jobs of the audits systems. Why? Why it's very difficult to take away this job? Because these are based on what? Human. And humans are very unpredictable. They have a lot of gaps in knowledge. So what will happen? The supply development, the customer complaint handling, the audits, systems development. These are the jobs like data analysis. Okay, analyst. These jobs will always be there because these are linked with the human psychology, human mentality, and which is very unpredictable, which is very difficult to build into habits. So what would you like to make your career in? You would like to make your career in this QC job, or you would like to make your career in the assurance side or the auditing side? And one more benefit I'll tell you, right? People who are into like auditing, I'll give you one more benefit. You must have seen this one thing. People who are into auditing, right? They have very good understanding of complete business, end to end. Have you observed this? These people, like, because I got opportunity to work as an auditor, to work in the auditing. I know how HR is working. I know how purchase is functioning. I know each and everything. And sometimes I believe that I can even handle, human resource. May not be 100%, but at least 50-70% I can handle. I can handle purchase very easily, right? Of course, it's not that you have to handle that, but what will happen that if you have complete understanding of the business, then what will happen? If you have complete understanding of the business, of how marketing is done, how sale is done, how maintenance is carried out, how human resources are working, how store is doing the work, then what will happen? What's the advantage if you have knowledge of each and every business operation? What's the advantage? What's the advantage of that? The big advantage, if you have the knowledge, you can do two things. Number one, what you can do? You become a better, material, or a better, I can say a better candidate for senior position. When I say senior position like CEO, like plant head, like manufacturing head. Why? Because what these people do, they also have this basic knowledge. They also have this conceptual knowledge, right? So I have seen many people, those who are at senior level position. Do they have very great technical knowledge? May or may not be. Do they have very good basic system knowledge? How a system works? How a process flow works? I know one, a CEO. He was from finance background, right? And he was like, the leader of the design department, a too technical department. When design people came to him, like design people were shivering. When I say shivering, means that the CEO had very good knowledge of what? Concept, systems, auditing. So what will happen if you have end-to-end understanding of the systems? And what will happen? You will become a better candidate for senior level position. You know how certain things are working, how systems are working. Now tell me this one thing. If anyone will allow, as of now, to get in to see his document, let's say HR or purchase, will they allow you to see their documentation? Will they allow you to see their work? No, they will never allow. Why they will never allow? Because they are afraid. Today you go and tell purchase guy, I want to audit your document. Human resource, I want to see what you are doing. Will they allow you? They will not allow you directly. They're not allowed. And then how you will learn? But if you go as an auditor, they have to show you the documentation, right? So what I'm telling you, other department, other area, they will not allow you to interfere. But if you are going in through this auditing skills, from this auditing way, they have to show you their documentation. You know, apna documentation dikhana hi padega, and this becomes a very good opportunity for you, right, to get the knowledge how these systems are working. And I have seen this one thing. You can also get into like operations like very easily, like and I've seen you can get into supply chain. I've seen people from the auditing, they get into supply chain. I've seen people, they get into corporate very easily, very easily. Corporate, you know, love these guys who have very good system knowledge. And of course, like I have been to corporate for like 1.5 years. I have been to corporate, and believe me, like corporate job is very different from manufacturing or a shop floor job. How many of you like have seen this corporate guy? Do you think corporate job is very different? Some of you may like, some of you may not like corporate job, but yes, a corporate guy, you know, there are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities at the management level where you sit with top management, where you talk with top management, where you know how they, where you understand how they work, right? Have anyone of you have been to corporate? Have you worked in the corporate division? I'm not talking about plant, like corporate. Yes, conversations are very different. Bharat, you are right. Yes, Suresh. The knowledge is very, very, you know, you get, okay, that's great. And let me tell you the one thing, once in a lifetime, I'm not talking about at early stage. I'm not talking about when you have 2 year, 3 year, 4 year of experience, but once in a lifetime, you must work in any corporate office. Why? Because that's where you know, understand how business is functioning, how these leadership people are controlling the 15, 20, 100 plants sitting at the corporate, how policies are formulated, you know, how, you know, how to get the data from the your units, you know, how to make the policies and how to implement those. There are different challenges, and I got opportunity to work in the corporate as well. And I understand that, you know, it's a very good opportunity. Once in a lifetime, you must work, not like at least for 2 year, 1 year, 2 year, you must work in corporate, but not at early stage. Once you have, let's say 5, 8, 10 year experience, then only you should get this. At least you should once work in corporate, because you will understand, you will become very good in data management, communication, policy formulation, understanding how top management is working. So it's a very good opportunity, but not at the early stage. Maybe I think if you have 5 year, 10 year experience, 15 year, then definitely it will help. What other advantage you will get? And like somebody has also written in the chat, yes, you can start your own business. And that's what I did. Your own consulting, your own training, even your manufacturing company, you can start your own business. Why? Because now you have good knowledge, how purchase is functioning, how HR is functioning. You know, you have very good knowledge of all the areas, and then there are good opportunities. If you can take risk, if you can arrange capital, you can definitely start your own plant or manufacturing plant, or maybe start with trading. Or you can start, if you love, you know, service level business, service based business like me, you can start like consulting or a training business. And by the way, I would like to tell you one thing. Today on this day, 31st of July, today I have completed my 10 years full-time into entrepreneurship. I left my organization 30th of July. 31st July, I joined my first startup. This is my second startup. And today I have completed like 10 years in the industry. Okay. And you can see, you know, thank you very much. And still you can see, you know, I'm still working. Definitely. I love that. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I'm so blessed. Thank you very much. You know, I didn't realize when these 10 years have gone, and these 10 years, the best part, it's not about time, but I got opportunity to transform the life of 25,000 plus engineers. And I got opportunity to, you know, touch the lives of 25,000 plus engineers. And I believe in next 5 year, 10 year down the line, we'll be impacting around 1 million, 10 lakh guy, 10 lakh engineers. And we have taken this with the help of technology, with SubMastery, with the internet. We are growing at a very fast pace. Of course, it was initial year, 8 years was offline. Last 2 years, 2.5 years is more of online. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Thank you to everyone. Okay, so coming back to this, you can start your own consulting. You can start your own training and on training business, or you can start your manufacturing. These are like great opportunities which is available to you. And I've seen, let's say you don't want to start full time. You don't want to take risk. Okay, you don't want to take risk. It's okay. It's okay. You can start part-time business. I have seen many MR, many people, they earn this part-time income. I'm not talking about is it ethical or not ethical. Of course, like you don't leak any confidential document of your company, but I've seen people working like Sundays yours. Like if you have often said it's good, you can. And I've seen, I've also done that in the initial at the start of my career, and I've seen many people, because there are many small organizations, those who cannot afford people who charge 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh rupees, because we charge a little bit on the higher side because we have that experience, and so that we always quote on the higher side, and we don't go with the smaller tier 2, tier 3 companies. But small companies, they are not able to afford, a high consultant or consultant with a higher price. But let's say if you are working in the organization and you have off on Sunday and you can help maybe in the evening, you can help the small organization. And even if you charge, let's say a 5,000 rupees retainer fee, and you have minimum 5 clients, and you go once in a week for only 2 hours, you get 25,000 additional income. Okay, that will be somewhere around like somewhere around $500, 25-30K, $300-400 a month. You can easily get, and that will help, maybe pay your EMIs, pay your children's school fee, or to plan that beautiful vacation, or maybe buy that car, dream car. It can be used anywhere, and this is very much possible. I have seen many people doing that. And even I will tell you, I have given like, I think maybe around 50 plus inquiry to 50 plus until now, like 50 plus inquiries to my these juniors, or these people who are or lead auditor, or have good competence or have good implementation. I've given this query because good consultant, like of course those who are charging higher money, they will definitely not work at minimum lower level. Like why? Because of course, like we are already getting that good client. But if you're starting, somebody is starting and somebody is working, they'll be okay working with a small price and working on weekends, and small companies can only afford that. So I have like also given these queries. Okay, I don't want to handle this client. This is you want to handle? Yes, go ahead. So this way, like you can also get leads from consultant trainers, and this way also you can make an additional income. What other opportunities are available? Let's say, and this has been done by one of our members, like Vivek. Vivek had like 5-6 years of experience in the industry, and he want to get into certification body, and this qualification, this competence helped him to become and join a certification body full time. Or you can also work, if you want to work part-time, you can also work part-time in this certification body. Yes, certification body, you can work in the certification body. And you know that what's the big advantage of working in the certification body? What's the big advantage of working in the certification body? You don't have any tension. You don't have any tension of, of day-to-day shop floor activity, unnecessary, sometimes fighting with the customer, fighting with the production guy. So you don't have any that kind of firefighting is not there. Of course, there are other challenges, but there are no firefighting. It's a cool job. You get paid to travel. If you love travel, you go to different cities. By default, you get respect. You get to stay in good hotels.